This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
What's up, guys? Swift here, covering all the Bears roster moves, and a flurry of transactions have went down. I'm going to break down everything quickly and let you guys know what's going on. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, the Bears have signed speedy wide receiver Samori Toure to the practice squad. I was a huge fan of Toure coming out of college at Nebraska. He was a 7th-round pick by the Packers in 2022 and has 13 catches for 160 yards and 1 touchdown in his young career. He's 6'1", 191 pounds, and recently turned 26 years old. I love the addition of another young receiver to the practice squad. He's also familiar with the Packers offense and could maybe give us some insights. The Bears are also signing defensive tackle Sam Roberts to the practice squad with the intention of elevating him week 1. Reports from Twitter suggest that the Bears have told Roberts he will be active for week 1. It seems like Zach Pickens is in danger of missing the first game of the season. No updates from the coaching staff yet, but reports are so far Pickens might not be ready for the Titans game, but it does not look like he will be added to the injured reserve. So that's good news overall. Sam Roberts, though, was a 6th-round pick by the Patriots in 2022. He played in 12 games over the last 2 seasons and started 1 game last year. He has 7 career tackles and 13 pressures, but he looked really good this preseason. He graded out with a 79.0 grade and had 4 pressures in limited snaps. Roberts basically provides insurance in case Zach Pickens isn't ready to go week 1. And then before I break down the entire practice squad, the Bears did lose rookie tight end Brendan Bates. He has been claimed by the New York Jets, and he will not make it back to the practice squad. It's not a huge deal. I don't think Bates is going to be a star or anything, but it does show that our roster is getting better. Ryan Poles can identify talent, and we had more than 53 NFL caliber players at training camp this year. Bates offers the potential to be a quality backup tight end. I wish him good luck in New York. And then I want to take a moment to thank BetUS for sponsoring today's video.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
And now I want to get into the practice squad. The Bears have signed a ton of players back to the practice squad. First off, Reddy Stewart has made it through waivers and has rejoined the team on the practice squad. Love to see it. Reddy had a huge preseason and was one of my favorite undrafted free agents by far. Glad to see he's back on the practice squad. But also rookie undrafted quarterback and Hard Knocks star Austin Reed has also been brought back to the practice squad. I love that we brought the rookie QB back. He's a perfect developmental guy to have on the team. The rest of the players that have been signed so far: linebackers Micah Baskerville and Carl Jones. Offensive tackle Theo Benedict, he made it back. So did defensive end Jamri Croma, 2 personal favorites and guys that fans really love. Also, tight end Steven Carlson, defensive tackle Deshaun Mallory, defensive tackle Byron Cowart, safeties Tavarius Moore and Quindell Johnson. Another offensive tackle, Jake Karan, made it back. So did wide receiver Colin Johnson and cornerback Ro Torrance. I got the full list of practice squad players up for you guys. Ryan Poles is staying busy, and I love how this roster is shaped up. But then there's one more report that I have to talk about here. Patrick Scales, our long snapper, is scheduled to have back surgery tomorrow and will likely miss a good portion of the season. Khari Blassingame is being re-signed and will take his place on the 53-man roster, but Pat Scales has played in 83 straight games for the Bears, going all the way back to 2018. He's the longest tenured Chicago Bear and an awesome dude. I hope he heals up, but the Bears didn't wait long to address the position. They've also signed former Lions long snapper Scott Daly to the practice squad. Reports are they will elevate him for the week 1 game against the Titans. Daly is a 30-year-old long snapper who spent the last 3 seasons in Detroit. I actually love the idea of keeping the long snapper on the practice squad. That gives the coaching staff one more position on the roster, and they're using that for Khari Blassingame. A lot of people seem to be under the impression that Shane Waldron doesn't use fullbacks. I've never believed that. Waldron just makes the best use of what he has on the roster. In Seattle, not only did he not have a fullback, but he had 4 quality tight ends on that team, so he used them in creative ways. Shane Waldron is more than capable of taking advantage of a good fullback like Khari Blassingame. He always gets the most out of his players, and it's something that I love about what Waldron brings to the Chicago Bears. Shane Waldron is the biggest X factor for this offense heading into the 2024 season, but I expect Patrick Skells to miss at least 4 to 6 weeks, and former Lion long snapper Scott Daly should take his place until he gets back. But it's also a situation where at some point Daly could be brought to the 53-man roster, because at Pat Skell's age, I can't count on him coming back, and he's having back surgery. You just never really know what to expect with how long it's going to take him to come back. So this is a situation to monitor going forward. Long snapper is something we haven't had to worry about in a long time. Hopefully it's not something we have to worry about all season, but I will keep you guys informed on that. And then we'll take one final look at the practice squad here. I'm really happy that Micah Baskerville came back. Really liked him as well. Reddy Stewart was obviously my favorite. I also think Carl Jones is a really hard hitter, and I think we're all fans of Jamry Cromont and Theo Benedict. I also really liked what Deshaun Mallory did. He looked better than Keith Randolph, so I'm glad he's back. And Jake Curran, Tavarius Moore, Quindell Johnson. I like all of these players that were brought back. I was disappointed that we didn't get Brendan Bates back, but it's not a big deal and not something I'm going to worry too much about. This roster has improved. You can't really be mad about anything when it comes to how this roster turned out overall. I think when you look at this roster overall, not only the 53-man roster, but the players added to injured reserve and the 16 guys that have been added to the practice squad, you really can't complain about anything. Ryan Poles has done a terrific job. Yes, I wish we could have kept Brendan Bates, but it's not a big deal. Reddy Stewart is back. Jamry Cromont is back. Micah Baskerville. All the guys the fans were sad that got cut yesterday have all made it back to the practice squad. And Ryan Poles has brought in new players as well. A new wide receiver in Samori Toure, and more help at defensive tackle to go with Chris Williams that he traded for. He's also now brought in Sam Roberts, who had a good preseason. So this roster is shaping up really well, and I couldn't be more excited for week 1. How are you guys feeling? What do you think about not only the 53-man roster, but the 16 guys on the practice squad? Let me know how you're feeling. Please remember to hit that like button for me as well. Again, thanks to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. Stay tuned, guys. I have more content on the way. I'll be back to break down any more moves that happen, and I have a Hard Knocks recap on the way. Stay tuned, guys, and until next time, bear down.